Welcome to Atletico TV's community segment. It's one of our favorite segments of the show. We get to unite and learn about community leaders and what they're doing here in St. Louis. Yes, we are a soccer show, but this is one of the most important reasons why we've decided to do Atletico TV here at the Loco Network. And we are joined by Keyairis Henry, who is the magic behind the show Atletico TV as our producer. She makes us all look good, sound good, and feel good. And Keyairis, I know that your nonprofit's doing some cool things. Out of nowhere, you talked to me about connecting with a Latino boy, Mendoza, and trying to talk to him about going to school and playing. And immediately he's kind of like, well, what's this about? And you mentioned you had this nonprofit that you work with, and you go to schools, and you're really there to empower young students to I guess get into media and pursue their dreams. Is that sort of a nutshell of what SLPS is?
Yeah, I have a non-for-profit. It's called SLPS Alumni Broadcasting Association. I started it probably in 2017. I'm very much about giving back to the community, being more hands-on and involved. And not a lot of people know my background, but I was a product of the St. Louis Public School media program. And because of my mentor, I was able to go to school on a close to a full ride scholarship. The only thing I had to pay for was my books. But I recorded football. I got my school paid for by recording football. And then that led to me exploring more into different sports, working with Fox Sports, working with the Gateway Grizzlies, the Blues. I just been all over. So for me, I just wanted to give students the opportunity to have somewhere and someone that believes in them. You don't have to be an amazing athlete, because I'm not. I tried sports for a week and I was like, this is not, I can't, I'm exhausted. This is just not what I'm about. I had good grades, but it wasn't the best. So to just be a product of the St. Louis Public School and hey, there's other avenues that you can take. And the way that we use media today is just unbelievable. So to show you I did it, and I'm very close to your age, and I went to school just holding a camera. You can totally do that. So I started the non-for-profit just to let students know. So I focus on juniors and seniors in high school. And hopefully after they graduate, if they're passionate about media or want to learn more about media, I want to connect them, if not through me, with other people. So you talked about the student that I connected you with, and not saying that he wants to pursue media or anything, but let me show you that you don't have to graduate high school and then go work at McDonald's or Walmart. Not saying that that's a bad thing, but I want you to stay in your field. I want you to do what you're passionate about, and you can make money by doing that. And just showing them I did it. You can totally do it. I am an example. Homeschooled, public schooled, and then starting my own business and my non-for-profit. I want students to know there's other alternatives outside of what you see, outside of the things that you're exposed to, because I know there's no one like me out there. I know I'm different, and it's okay to be different. I want you to be passionate about what you're doing and don't feel limited because you don't know. So I always tell my students, ask questions. If you don't know, ask questions. If you don't know, there's so many resources out there. If you feel like there's just a lot of things that are against you, let me help you. So I focus very much on going into schools. Let me help you create your reel. Let's go through just some basic editing things, because everyone needs a reel. Doesn't matter what you're doing, everyone needs a reel. Everyone wants to see what you've been doing in high school and how you're going to benefit their company and what you have to offer. So adding that media skill onto whatever it is that you're doing, if it's sports, if it's teaching or whatever it is, that's just going to be another advantage for you.
And someone had mentored you and kind of sparked you, and then all of a sudden you were off and running. Is that why you wanted to pay it back, pay it forward type of thing, because it happened to you?
I think so. My mentor, and a lot of people know him in St. Louis, his name is Kevy Kev, DJ Kevy Kev. He's been on all of the radio stations that I can't even name, but he saw that I was dedicated. Anything that I do, I put 1,000% in whatever it is that I'm doing. Whether I fail or succeed, I'm going to give you my all. So he saw that, hey, she's passionate about this. We have a football practice. You want to film? And I was like, sure. And I went to film a football game, and I was like, I like this. So when people are staying after school for sports and whatever, I was staying after school to work on media stuff. Like, no, that's not a thing. And I'm like, no, I want to learn more. I like this. This is new, and I want to get into it, and I want to stand out because there's a lot of things that are against me. I am very young in this media field. I'm Black, and it is a dominated white male industry. I'm not upset about that. That's just something that I feel like I need to change and let everyone know, like, hey, this is what you see on TV. This was represented, but I'm here to change that. So I'm here to let you know there's people out there like you, and I'm one of these people.
Cool. So I was gonna say that the three things that I like about you, what you just said, it's you need, and you're mentoring people now because you had a good mentor in the past. The second one, it is because we all should have a mentor. The second thing is the passion that you put to everything that you do, the passion that you put here in the studio for us. And the next thing is the extra work on everything that you do. And I think all those things, just for the audience, right? It's important. Everyone, you got those three things. I think it is something that is gonna, I bet that is gonna put you to whatever is the next level for you professionally. The other thing that I wanna ask it is, which is interesting, right? Getting on this part of the media field, specifically in where we are now in soccer. There is a lot of stories out there of people that, for example, just to set an example, there's a coach. He's from Spain and used to coach the national team of Spain. That he started, like you saying, right? Oh, I started in football, doing football without not knowing anything of football. So this coach started doing like editing, just video analysis without not knowing, obviously, a small background in soccer. But then immediately, you get in an industry where with technology, and maybe you can talk us a little bit about that, your experience with the football, right? And got you into a different world of, because creating a path within that. So I think it's interesting to know and how many opportunities are in fields that we think that they're not gonna give us, but they do. And maybe a little bit of your experience through that experience of doing football and then not knowing, like you said, I never even
I had a media class, so we would do media projects and things like that. And then my mentor, who was my teacher back then, was just like, hey, we have a football practice. Would you like to come and just shoot so we can just look at the footage? And I'm like, okay. And I did it. And after that, he just would ask me. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I love it. I like what I'm doing. I'm passionate about it. Yeah. And then I'm like, we had a few conversations, and from my background, my mom was just, do whatever you want to do, put your 110% in it, and be passionate about it. Whatever it is, I'm going to support you, whether it's going to school or not going to school. I'm still going to support you. So me sitting down with my mentor, and he's like, hey, this is the field. This is the field that you're trying to get into. It is dominated by males, and it's dominated by white males. So you have to figure out what it is that you want to do and understand the challenges that you're going to face if it's something that you're really passionate about and you're really wanting to go into. Because I'm going to have so many things against me. So he sat down in like a very mentory way, and me taking that approach very young and just like, all right, this is something that I want to do. What is going to help me stand out from all these people? Because there's a lot of people that want to be in the media industry. There's a lot of people that are out here that are passionate like I am. But how can I stand out? And I decided to learn everything. You're not going to hire me just to do video. You're not going to hire me just to do editing. I know how to do video, editing, graphic design, photography, radio, you name it. In the media industry, period, I know how to do it. So that's the approach that I decided to take. And that way, when I do go and talk to students, media is always changing. It's always growing, just so you know. So there's a lot of continuing to learn, continuing to grow. But when I go and talk to my students and, well, I like graphic designs and you're just talking about video. Well, I know graphic design. Let me show you some things. If not, I know a lot of people that are in graphic design, so let me connect you. Whatever I can do to provide that avenue for you so that you can continue to do what you're passionate about, let me help you. And Ricky, you also said it, like, I was like, I don't know anything about soccer, but hey, I have a soccer show. Let me connect you, because I know Ricky and Lewis, like you guys are amazing, and I know that you're passionate about everything that you're doing. Let me connect you. I don't have the answers for you, but I'm gonna find it. If it's gonna help you, if you're passionate about it, and if you're dedicated. Because I tell my students, I'm not gonna waste my time. If you're gonna be into this, we're gonna be into it, and I'm gonna give you 1,000%. You need to give me the same. So that's where a few of them fall off and in, because they never had that before. Like, they never had someone pushing you into something that you're passionate about and not giving up on you. Like, that I don't want to do that to my students ever. So
and I think it's because, the reason I asked was because sometimes you have an opportunity, but you think I can do that, but they don't know that could link you to another open
something
opportunity
else.
and something different, right? So
never limiting yourself.
I can see the blueprint of your nonprofit and the landscape, its direction it's going. I mean, you're helping just dozens and hundreds of kids, it seems like, over the last 5 years. That's going to then multiply, because then your nonprofit grows and more mentors come in, and you sort of spread that DNA of what you are made of out there. And then they, I guess, become alumni of the, and then so this is what St. Louis needed. This is a piece, an extra piece. Like, we're all kind of have the right mindset, but do it in our own way. Like, we're over here through sport. You're through media, and it's amazing that how things can kind of connect. And we just need more of Keyairis in the community, and that can get out here. And I can only imagine being a student who has this talk. Some key lady is going to come talk to me, and they sit down, and then you get to tell them your story and all of the credible experiences that you have. I can only imagine how motivating that is and how awesome that would be as a student. So we really want to say thank you and for coming on and letting us learn. Now, how can our supporters and viewers now who are falling in love with you here support this nonprofit, and where do they go next to support your mission?
So we have a Facebook page. It's called SLPS Alumni Broadcasting Association, or SLPS ABA. My name is Keyairis Henry. You can see it on the screen that it's popping up. You can search me, and we have a YouTube channel if you want to go. We have a handful of students who created video projects just to show you all what they can do and show you their career. Some of them not even in the media field. I just did a project, which I'm going to send to you too, of a student who's passionate about soccer, and he just got a scholarship, I believe. I don't know where he is. So he got a scholarship to go to school and play soccer, but he's in this media program where I was talking to these students and created a highlight reel. And it was just like amazing. So you can totally find us on YouTube. I have a lot of my students' projects on there. They're amazing. So yeah, just SLPS Alumni Broadcasting Association. Google it, and I'm going to pop up.
Well, this is our team here at Atletico TV. So cool we got to get to know you more personable on our soccer show. For Luis and I and Key, we'll see you next time on the community segment on Atletico TV.